Man, it's so cramped in this spaceship. Space is just taunting me. I am Game Guy. It's time for more Let's Play Ratchet Deadlocked. Still getting them skill points. Yes, so, I'm gonna kind of stop talking about them skill points a lot and just start talking, because you know what? It's gonna be hard to kind of keep up with that. But regardless, the first one, you know, gotta run around and shoot a bunch of guys. I believe this is the one where I had to, you know, kill one of those landstalkers with a wrench. Like, that's not that hard to do. This is not something you would necessarily want to, like, ever do. Because that's like suicide, basically. I mean, I realize they're kind of, useless when you EMP them, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta accept the popcorn. And then, oh yeah, this part was silly, because I kind of got stuck here on this ledge and just couldn't really get away. And then when I tried to get away, well, whoops, yes, I fell in the frozen popcorn. It's kind of funny, because, you know, I was frozen solid, and my wrench was still on fire. But, you know, it makes sense, I guess. I had a hard time doing this challenge. In case, you know, it's not clear, the reason I'm doing this without the Landstalker is so I can, you know, finish the mission without the Landstalker taking damage. So, not using it is a better idea.
My memory playback system's busted.
Yeah, that was a thing. So, this is the thing. Those guys right there are called laserbacks. I didn't know that, but yeah, those are the guys you have to kill for, Drunk for Joy, that skill point, that skill point thing, my bob. Then my bots go and turn the bolt crank and we get run away! You know, because I didn't use the Landstalker and whatnot. So, yes, that is a strategy. This one I had to use a mission with only the magma cannon. This one starts you off with the magma cannon, so, I mean, that's just kind of how I did that. Then I had to kill a bunch of guys with the shock mod. It was pretty shocking, gotta say. I was trying to shoot that dropship, because there's another skill point involving that, but didn't get it. Instead, I got the smashing machine. You know, because, gotta love that scorpion flail and killing a bunch of guys in a row and whatnot. Let's see, what am I doing here? Yes, this again. Oh, I was doing the thing where I shoot that guy over there, and then level up my fusion rifle, because, man, fusion rifles, they're pretty great.
The juice is cold, and the generic brand X gelatin is definitely jiggling.
I know, man. Gelatin, jiggling, it's pretty great. By the way, those big guys, they're called executioners, and I needed to kill 5 of them. It took me a while, but I actually finally found them all. This guy was hiding from me. It took me a while to actually find him, but, yeah, no. So that wasn't too terribly bad. Next up, gotta go to planet Orxon. Now that we're all finished here, we gotta go and do that place thing, Bob. Hope you brought your O2 mask, because we're out of the frying pan. It's pretty great how that happens. And then, the socket of the electrical variety. Basically, the first one, obviously, I had to use the napalm mod, and this one I had to use the shock mod, so, yes, that is a thing. Counter sniper, I had to kill a bunch of those executioner guys with the fusion. It's pretty great. Oh yeah, and this one I had to turn all the bolt cranks by myself in node overload. Yes, that one was very difficult, actually. No, actually, it really wasn't. I mean, that shield length helps a lot. Batter up, had to kill a bunch of blade balls with the wrench. It's a very difficult challenge. Iron skin. Had to beat a mission without taking any damage. That was fairly easy, using that shield setup that I had there. Oh man, you know, now I gotta kill more executioners with the shock mod. Executioners were a popular enemy to actually, you know, have show up in challenges. That one, light speed. I had to do that challenge in under a minute 30.
You can take the
So,
shuttle to the battle.
yes. Man, I'm going through this, like, super quick for some reason. Yeah, scream a little more. Thank you. I also had to complete a challenge using the magma cannon with the freeze mod. It was kind of weird, but instead I upgraded the arbiter because, man, I'm just an insubordinate little guy. It's just what I do. It's just what I do, man. Actually, I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. Oh, special delivery. I guess I had to kill a bunch of dropships. I got a little bit ahead of myself. Yeah, there we go. There's chili proposition. I was wondering when that was gonna happen. There's also another skill point, don't be a wimp, but I don't have exterminator difficulty, as I mentioned last time, so moving on to the Valix belt. Oh. Valix belt, I had a lot of trouble with. Mostly because of certain challenges, and also because, man, that hole right there. I fall into that hole so many times. Turret syndrome, I had to kill a bunch of guys with turrets, I think. I actually got that one by accident while I was trying to do the next one, which is, the disease. That one took me a while. I'm not even really sure how I did it, but you gotta brainwash a bunch of enemies at once, I think 5. And, I think I kinda got it by accident there, but, chill out. Speaking of getting something by accident, well, actually, I accidentally fell off here because, for some reason, the cable at a launcher was not working. I don't know why. And that one was weird because it, like, sent me flying forward for some reason. I don't really know, man. I don't know. Oh, this is where I get it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Because I think I was trying to do the next one where I had to kill a bunch of guys with the scorpion flail. But since I had the freeze mod on it anyway, it just kind of worked out, you know? A lot of these actually overlap, to the point where some of them are, like, literally the same challenge. Like, there was one in the last video that was kind of like that. But, this was not.
There's a hopper ship in that hangar! Let's hit
Yeah, I know. I've done this before. Thank you very much for telling me, guy. Actually, I'm realizing now that my video feed is slightly delayed because it's weird when I'm watching the preview. But that was invulnerable back there. Had to finish the challenge without getting hit. Now, fuselage. Gotta kill dropships with the fusion rifle. Not terribly difficult because obviously, you know, that's something I do on a regular basis. But yeah, that's me falling in a hole again. Schooled. This one took me a while to figure out, because, those are pincer rays. Apparently, those flying guys around there, they're just, I don't know, you don't have to actually kill them for the challenge, so it was a bit weird, actually. Oh yeah, this part was silly. Because, stupid pig, like, freaking killed me. What the heck, man? What the heck, pig? What are you doing? Don't do that, pig! This one, Baker's Dozen. I had to kill a bunch of those spinny guys with the same weapon. So yeah, I also had to redo this mission here where I'm flying through rings because I had to do it with 30 seconds left for, ring my bell. There's no bell involved, so I don't really understand the name of it, but, you know, whatever. Big Bang was pretty easy. I just had to kill 5 enemies with the Arbiter. You know, that's another one of those that I'm kind of surprised I didn't get, but I did fall in this hole again. It was pretty hilarious. It's pretty hilarious how many times I fall into that hole. You know what? Let's see it again. Hooray! Hooray for instant replays. I love that space popcorn. It's pretty fantastic. In a row, I had to kill 2 enemies with the fusion rifle. Hooray! I think that one gave me some trouble because it wasn't working for some reason until I tried to do it on a certain mission. I think it was the one where you're, the last one, I think. I don't really remember exactly, but we're going to planet Torval, and this planet, oh my gosh, let me tell you, was a chore. I put this clip here because it happened pretty early, and it's just me getting a jackpot crate. That'll be useful later because there's a skill point involved in that. The one I'm trying to get here is called popcorn. It doesn't actually exist, but I like to believe it did. So, you know, I got it twice. What I basically have to do is get it a third time, because I'm obviously, you know, pretty well versed in the ways of the world. I had to morph 5 laserbacks, and they weren't too terribly hard to find. So, that's why I decided to upgrade the mini turret launcher.
Ratchet,
so I was able
when
to
you
do
are
it.
ready.
Yes. Actually, this is a thing where, I'm actually going to show off where they all are. But, because this mission, for some reason, has a lot of skill points associated with it, and the enemies are all over the place, and, like, some of them are not easy to find. These laserbacks aren't that big of a deal, because they're pretty easy to find, but there's another one later that takes way longer. Like, as you saw, those first 2 were, like, near the beginning. These guys are near that other node. There's actually 4 of them over here. Like, those 2 appear as soon as you approach it, and the other 2 appear as soon as you try to turn the bolt crank. So, yeah. Basically what you have to do is you have to learn the triggers for some of these enemies to appear. This kind of got to be a problem in the future, so, yes. Bits and pieces. I had to kill a bunch of guys with, the B6 Obliterator. But, oh, that's right, I got the level 10, Omni-Shield launcher. That was awesome. I looked it up, because I actually didn't know at the time I was recording this what it did. But apparently it, like, absorbs shots and then fires them back at enemies or something. I think that's what previous shields did. Well, no, I think the one in Up Your Arsenal actually healed you or something. I don't really remember exactly, but, yeah, it's pretty decent. I don't remember if I ever actually noticed what it did in any of the recordings after this, because, I mean, I'm recording this post-commentary afterwards, so, you know. Anyway, back to bits and pieces. I had to kill those DZ Striker guys. Let me see. Mined out, had to use the Hunter Mine launcher on a bunch of guys. I mean, a lot of these are just like, oh man, use a specific weapon on a bunch of guys. Like, see here, look, killing a bunch of zombies with the napalm mod. Oh man, that's kind of difficult or something. Not a scratch. This one you can kind of cheat just by doing that one mission on the hover bike and not stupidly running into bombs. So, you know, it's practically a gimme. This one, looking for the jackpot crates, but something happened.
I've seen war. Yeah, I remember the Blathercon War. I was 3rd Division. We were on routine patrol, and out of nowhere we were hit hard. There was fire, smoke, robot parts everywhere. Oh man, some of these kids were just 3 days out of the production factory. I'm sorry, let's just keep going. Yeah, we lost a lot of good robots that day. Filden 282, McGurnus B1000, Shank Cluster 2 squared. They were my friends. But enough about that. That was pretty torn up. But I demanded they put me back on the front lines. My CO laughed. He said, "You've got no freaking legs." He was right. I was just a memory core sitting on a table hooked up to a voice modulator. They sent me to a repair factory on Vegas 3. That's where I met QA900. She was a repair bot. She had the prettiest ocular sensors I've ever seen. But that's all history now. Soldiers weren't allowed to access files from factory employees. So QA900 and I would sneak outside at night and download and upload until the sun came up. One day she was gone. Yeah, they'd found out about our affair and turned her into a park bench. To this day, I can't even look at outdoor seating without simulating a deer.
So that just happened. I wasn't really expecting that when I was running around here, but anyway, yes, quick fix, I had to kill a bunch of guys using the wrench, the robot zombies in particular, also in under 30 seconds. And then this thing here, I had to kill a bunch of guys with the acid mod, but instead I leveled up my dual vipers. So, you know, I figured, hey man, I'm gonna upgrade my thing. It's gonna be pretty great. But yes, I actually put like all of my mods to be acid mods, but didn't really need that exactly. But I ended up fixing it here pretty soon. This one was, oh my gosh, a pain. I had to kill 10 executioners with the fusion rifle. Not too terrible, except this mission has them all spaced out all over the place, and you have to kill 10 out of the 11 that are actually here. So I'm showing off where all of them are. Some of them were actually in areas I'd never really been to, which made them harder to find. These 3 show up as soon as you turn the bolt crank. The others, thus far, are just kind of there. They're not too difficult to find. Let me see. What other ones are up next? Oh yeah, that guy's right there in between those guys. He's not that hard to find. These guys, I had a trouble, like, triggering them. I don't know what triggers them exactly, but, I don't know, but they're there. This one is in an area I never actually went to. It's, like, over off into this little area over here. So, I figured I'd show the trip there as well. I think what triggers them actually is walking through that area with that big force field thing that you have to EMP, because that seems to be when they appear. But yes, you can see I passed through here, and oh man, look, there they are! And oh man, look, there's my skill point. It's pretty great how that works.
Ratchet?
But, yeah, that one probably took like 15 minutes just to do. So I gave you the really shortened version. But yes, anyway, skill points have been gotten. Next time we're gonna go to Stygia and move on from there. It's gonna be a fun time, I certainly hope. I'm not used to post-commentary, so if these videos aren't that great, I'm sorry, but these videos wouldn't have been that great anyway, so let's be honest, this is a better alternative anyway. So yeah, I'll see you later, goodbye.